مشاهير يقتحمون ساحة الأرض المسطحة. باسكال نجادي طيار متقاعد سويسري، ابن الرئيس المؤسس للمنتدى الاقتصادي. محمد صبحي ممثل ومحلل سياسي معروف مصري. والاعلامي اشرف الكعلي وغيرهم كثير من الاساتذة والدكاترة والمشاهير تصل اليهم حقيقة الأرض المسطحة. حقيقة الأرض المسطحة لا محالة قادمة وبقوة، لأنها الحقيقة التي توافق العلم وتوافق الطرح العلمي المتزن الصحيح، وتوافق العقل وتوافق الحس والإدراك والتجارب، وتوافق الشرع. وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت لن تجد لها تبديلا.
يعني في قصور. اللي أنا عايز أقوله مش بتنبأ، إنما في داتا عندنا بتقول أن الشهور القادمة
ايوه
فيها خطورة مناخية ابتدوا يمهدوا لها
الان.
من يومين
انت متوقع ده؟
فأنا
ايه الخطوره يعني؟
أنا شايف
يعني في قطب هيذوب مثلا، في شمس
لا لا لا، موضوع القطب الجنوبي ده مش عايز اتكلم عنه لان ده عايز حلقات. وعلى فكره الابحاث اثبتت ان الارض مش كرويه. تصور بقى احنا قعدنا نعمل ايه؟ يقول لك ان في مساحات مهوله مش نهايه الارض القطبين الشمالي والجنوبي، لا ده في اراضي انت ما تعرفهاش ولا توصل لها. بس سيبك من دي لان فيها حاجات ممكن يبقى فيها مبالغات. لازم تقعد تقرا 4 صفحات او 5 صفحات او تتفرج على فيديوهات حقيقيه بقى مش متصوره متظبطه.
انا عندي سؤال بسيط ومنتهى الامانه، يعني انا طبعا اقرا شذرات او اقرا على قد ما اقدر يعني، بس انا عندي احساس وارجو ما تزعلش مني.
لا.
هو انت مسيطره عليك فكره المؤامره الكونيه دي؟ يعني هل انت من خلال تبحرك وتعمقك في بروتوكولات حكماء صهيون انتهى الامر بيك ان انت تفكر ان كل شيء مصنوع، ان كل شيء في المؤامره؟ انا بس انا منتهى الامانه.
لا انا راجل عايش ما متش. بما اني عايش انا بتقول لي
انت راصد.
حضرتك بتقول لي ايه؟ هو انت عمرك ما اتسرقت في مدينه سنبل هنا؟ ما فيش حد سرق حاجه وهو ماشي؟ يقول لك لا ما تسرقش، دي هتتسرق.
ايوه.
وحضرتك خرجت ولقيت فازه مش موجوده، فجريت وراك لقيتك انت اللي واخدها، وقالوا لي بقى حمدي رزق هيعمل فيك كذا كمان. ما صدقش. هصدق بمعنى اتابع. هو الوعي ايه؟ الوعي مش انجراف، مش هبل. لا، الوعي انك انت تبقى قاري اللي قدامك ومحتاط.
ايوه
ابقى محتاط.
لا، فلسفه اعرف عدوك يعني.
ايوه، مش اعرف عدوك، لا، واحتاط يعني ايه؟
خد
يعني
خد
اخد
اسبابك.
خطوات علشان ما تاذيش قوي. ما تاذيتش
خير
وبركه. انما بتبقى مؤلمه. وهو سايكس بيكو ده مش ناس تريات برضه تقسيم الوطن العربي. طب حصل ولا ما حصلش؟ ما حصل.
نأكد لك علميا ومنطقيا وفلسفيا وتاريخيا في الحضارة أن الأرض مسطحة وليست كما يعتقدون.
هي ما كان جات
الأرض ممتدة امتدادا كبيرا.
وين الآخر نتاعها؟
ليس لها آخرا. كما أسألك أين هو آخر السماوات؟
أنا اليوم كان ناخذ طيارة ونقعد نمشي في ثنايا هي بيدا باش نعاود نرجع لنفس المكان اللي كنت فيه.
لا
مالك كيفاش تمشي الطيارات؟
أنا جست فقط نسأل السؤال يرتد على أصحاب الكروية الكون والسماء والكذا. ما هي نهاية السماء؟
أنا هي السماء
ما يعرفوش.
لا يا معناتها الفوق
ما يعرفوش.
اي لانفيني معناتها.
دونك حتى الأرض تنجم تكون لانفيني في نفس القصد اللي أنت قلته. لأنه
لا
أنا
قلت لك فسرت لك، قلت لك كان مستويه الارض نعرفوها. معناتها كان صاروخ يطلع يشوف الكره الارضيه يشوفها كره، معناتها ما تنجمش تكون
قالوا هذاك نقاش اخر. هذاك نقاش اخر.
ما تعود الانسان طلع للقمر وشاف القمر وشاف الارض.
تسال اي مواطن لهنا. انا ندافع على الفكره لانه معتقد فيها جزاما.
Let's talk a little bit about the fact that you are a pilot. You're not a commercial pilot, but you are a pilot. And you talk eloquently about the flat earth. Obviously, there's a lot of people that believe in the flat earth. And I got to be completely honest with you. I will confess. I have talked to pilots both on camera and off camera. And some of the pilots off camera, when there's nobody around, they're willing to tell you some truths. Not completely, totally, but enough to get you to scratch your head and saying, wait a minute, maybe Pascal is right. Maybe this guy's right. Maybe that person is right, etc. So let's talk a little. So my questions are very simple. If we're spinning, this way at 4,800 miles an hour, and we're going this way at 600 miles an hour, we're moving at 5,400 miles an hour. Shouldn't we be able to get from point A to point B very quickly? It's a very logical question. Okay. So when the cameras are on, they say, oh, it's got to do with gravity. Bullshit. No, don't give me that bullshit story about gravity. Let's talk real numbers. You're moving at 50, 4,800. You're flying at 600, 5,400 miles an hour. You should be able to go from New York to Los Angeles in 17 and a half minutes.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Very simple. What you said is right. And again, I'm not selling your opinion. After all, I'm JFK, right? I am. I'm Pascal Nagadi too. I never learned flying in a school. I never had a flying license, but I know how to fly a Boeing easy because I'm from the fifth dimension originally. I am an Arcturian, the prosecutor of the universe. I can fly anything. I flew a Dauphin 2 helicopter. These are Coast Guard helicopters. I can fly that stuff. I got invited by a French major, and he was an instructor, so I could have controls. And he said, I flew it. He didn't believe me. I just flew it. And he was white. Not because I did something stupid. I just flew it. It's easy. I mean, for me, pilots have been lying to you. And I wonder if they have been part of this cabal lie, because did they have to sign a paper or
non-disclosure?
Yeah. The military pilots are excused because they're under military secrecy. That's fine. They were run by wrong administrations. But commercial pilots out there, you've been lying to your own wife and children. I've been flying Concorde a few times between London and JFK. Oops, my name. And 3 hours, 10 minutes, depending on the headwind, at 58,000 feet. That's, ladies and gentlemen, the windows were very small, by the way. They're like this. They were like this. We're burning 100 tons of fuel and 4 engines, 3 hours, 10 minutes to New York. The bloody thing was flat. And I never saw stars at 58,000 feet at night. Funny, huh? So I'm telling you, it's flat. It's very simple. If this is, oops, that's the presidential seal. If this is the globe, so we have here South Africa, and here we have South America from your point of view, right? All right. Okay. Now, if you flatten this globe, it becomes a disc. Right? This is so stupid. Okay. So the Africa and South America, which is on the globe coming together, South America, let's say Buenos Aires and South Africa, Namibia are quite close to each other. You could fly with a 777 nonstop. I think 10 hours you're there. Just hop the Atlantic, easy flight, easy. I did 19 hours on a 777 from Singapore to Newark over the North Pole, 19 hours in a plane, nonstop. So let's say we have 12 hours. I don't know. I've never done it because not offered. Try to book a flight from Joburg to Buenos Aires. You can't. You have to fly 12, I say the word now, fucking hours to Paris, Madrid, London, Zurich, Frankfurt, Amsterdam, horrible airport, I hate it. And then fly another 9 hours back down. Now, think, airlines are Kabbalist. They are money-making monsters taking your dollars for a shit service. If I'm an airline manager, I'm not. I would do the golden route, right? If I could fly, I would open Joburg to Buenos Aires in 10 hours. Wow, it would be the golden, we call it the golden route. Like you print money. You can't, because if you flatten it, this becomes to our white tech, which is the current technology that you know, Airbus, all that bullshit, that slow motion crap. You can't cross that. Probably, I don't know, probably it's a 20 or 22 hour stretch because they're far apart. You can't fly this distance. You can't. So we're flat. And the ice wall is 360 around us, the prison. Admiral Byrd, before they killed him, made a disclosure on TV. It's on YouTube even. When they made this huge expedition with the US Navy and several ships. I mean, there was a whole bunch of them going down there. It's cabal. The Earth is flat. Time is wrong. Time is fake news. The moon was a spaceship harvesting souls from our dead ancestors. Washing machine erasing the memory, the soul, the consciousness, and sending the soul back. And populating more fake humans on our planet, on our Earth, not planet, Earth, plane. So around us, we have, is it 20 to 40? I'm not yet sure of the numbers, but Earth mass, land mass, 2040 around us, flat, almost flat.
And much bigger too.
Yes, and we own that territory now as well, because that's what God given us, the whole thing, the real deal. And you will go for holidays, not with Airbus and Boeing aircraft anymore. These are going to the Smithsonian very soon. We have,
Absolutely. I've been saying that
the
forever.
The B2 bomber is super. It's sexy. It's cool. It's but you know what? It's old tech. Look at the cockpit. By the way, we gave you a glimpse into the instrumentation of the panel. Man.
Let's get a little deeper. Let's get a little deeper. Is there an firmament that
Yes, there
does
is.
not allow us to go into space?
Yeah, no, look at Elon Musk's fake star. Elon Musk is gone, by the way. The Starship. Really? You saw the last launch? It crashed into the firmament, and we've done that on purpose for you. We control, of course, SpaceX is Space Force. Starlink, get one. It's great, cheap, and it will be soon for free. You get internet direct from the Space Force. Isn't that cool? You're with the Space Force. And young people listening, please, we need young people worldwide now, earthwide. You can apply, you can put your territory, England, Germany, Switzerland. Young people, men and women with talent, common sense, okay? Don't come with an MBA to the Space Force. We don't need that. We need people who are curious. Humanity is curious. God gave us that in the DNA. And you don't need to learn anymore because the frequency will be put up. I told you the CERN has been fired up. We have God's frequencies now. We're now going to the fifth dimension. We are putting the frequencies up on Earth. And soon your pineal gland will become active again. That's the third eye. Great to spot enemies. It's like a radar. You see a lot of things. And the Space Force is great to join. And we go to space with some real cool shit. I tell you that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
is there? Because
So
there's
Elon
a guy
Musk
by
Finland,
there's,
yes,
a,
it's
there's a
the
guy by
best
the name
proof. It's
of
the last launch. We did that on purpose.
yeah. There's a guy by the name of Phil Godlewski, very popular young man, very controversial. I don't dislike Phil. I'm not going to say that I'm a big fan. I do follow him from time to time. He's very entertaining. He does have a tremendous following, and he claims that there are no planets, there is no space, there's no extraterrestrials, there's nothing. Are you on the same page?
No.
Because he's a major flat earther.
Look, okay, this stuff just here. Oops.
Yes.
Okay, these are our TR-3Bs. We used them in combat since years. Here we're taking out Cabal out of the bunker, ripping them out. Bad and sick people, aliens. And then boom, we go. No. He says there's no aliens and no outer space. What
No
an
outer
asshole.
space. Yeah, there's a firmament. We're not allowed to go outside. It's like, you ever see one of those little jars that you see on your...
No, he's right.
Yeah.
No, he's not wrong about that. But I always say, watch the water. Have you ever seen, there's some, on Rumble, by the way, it's the truth now, okay? It's all uncensored and it's truth. There's some videos of planes, people filmed it, but it's a blue sky, right? And you see the bloody shadow of the plane projected on something above it. Yeah. I think
No, he's right.
miles.
There is no extraterrestrials. There is no space.
That's not true.
That's
We
not true.
were infested. Our enemy comes from space, always came. And our Space Force, the Space Force is our Earth military. That's why
yes, because I believe in space. I believe that there's other planets. I believe that there's a, Andromeda and Star Council. I believe that there's Pleiades.
Here.
Yes.
That's when I came back. We photographed it, God's energy. Look, there is space. We are in a galaxy. It's been taken over by AI. Yes. And by the way, before we work with AI, we have to get rid of this natural stupidity that is widespread. But AI, aliens, the Nazi Jews. Hebrew scripture is alien. They had over 10,000 bases and cities underneath. The US was tunneled with maglev trains. There was a train from an alien train from Stockholm to Geneva, 20 minutes, Mach 4, 4,000 kilometers an hour. All gone. We flooded them under Washington and New York. We cannot bomb those cities because then the bloody Wall Street would collapse. It's actually good that it collapsed Wall Street, but I mean, physically, we don't want that. So we flooded them with water, of course, and other stuff, whatever, it's a bit secret. Under the White House, oh, you'll be disclosed. We will bomb about 34 or something locations, the Buckingham Palace, the Louvre, the CERN, and you'll see it on color TV for us.
Yeah. Let's switch gears.